Hello out there. This is Monterey Jack coming to you live from Studio 7 Pluses right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I have a true story for you today. Yes, a true story for you today. A little better pronunciation. Whew. Yes, speaking to a mic isn't as easy as you might think, especially doing it off the top of your head, which could just drift any direction at any time. Okay, first of all, I'd like to give a big shout out to the people who have been making comments and helping me along the way. And I want to shout out to Beverly, to CC, to my son Todd and Carl. Thank you for your comments. They are well appreciated. And now let's get on. Let's get on to the true story. Yes. Back in the 70s, early part of the 70s, I believe. So I don't remember the exact year for this one. But my friend Mike had 3 trucks, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, on the outside of the door of each truck had a picture of a good guy, and then another truck, the bad guy, and then another truck, the ugly guy. Yeah, all 3 big muscle men. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So on this one particular night, Mike and I were riding around with the ugly. Yeah, big. These trucks had monster mutters. Yeah, they were really big tires. Okay, so there's a new club that was opened up, and it was called the Brewery. And so Mike and I have been playing golf, and I hooked up with Mike. I met up with him. I didn't hook up with him. I met up with him, at a place called John John's. Yeah, it was a local bar with dancing, of course. Yes, they had a dance floor, and a lot of fun at John John's. So anyway, this night, we met at John John's and decided to go to the brewery. Well, I said, I still got my golf shoes on. Mike said, what the hell, they won't notice. So we pulled up, had valet take the truck. We just started walking in, and the guy said, hey, you can't go in with those shoes. So Mike said, well, bring my truck back. So we got back in the truck. And we went back to John John's, so Mike started asking around, what size your shoe? What size your shoe? I'm looking for a size. He's yelling it out. I'm looking for a size 10 shoe. And so one guy says, I got size 10 tennis shoes on. And Mike says, hey, I'll buy them from you. How much you want? How about $30? The guy says, hell yeah. So Mike buys the guy's shoes and hands them to me and says, I'll put these on and let's go back to the brewery. Oh, excuse me. He was a funny guy. Anyway, so we go back to the brewery, and the bouncer comes back out again. He said, we don't want you guys here. This truck is making people, the exhaust is like smoky exhaust, and we don't want you're ruining people's clothes that are standing in line to get in here. And so Mike said, okay. So he hit the gas and brake, and those tires started spinning, and big smoke screen came out. Oh my God, people were running. So then he finally took off, and we're driving. We didn't get about 4 blocks, maybe 5. And we made a left turn, and here comes the police on every direction, man. Every friggin' direction. There's nowhere we could go. So the cop gets out, and he goes, Mike, seems like you're driving a little rough tonight, and you look like you might have had one too many drinks. Why don't you let your buddy drive? And you have to remember, Mike worked for the sheriff, so the police knew him, a lot of them anyway. So So Mike said, okay. So I got in the driver's seat. Mike gets in shotgun, and we take off. So I go to the Strip. We're on our way to North Town, and which I can't remember the mileage. It's still a few miles away. And so I'm down, getting close to being off of the Strip, right around where the last casino was. And there was a big parking lot right before that, which they put Wet and Wild in eventually after that. But anyway, I'm turning into a lane, from the fast lane into the slow lane, and there's this little sports car that I didn't see, and rather than run into this big bad truck, he dove over the curb into the parking, or into that open lot there. And Mike says, Mike thought it was funny, and I said, man, that could have been hurt. Shit, I didn't see him at all. He said, that's all right. And so that was our wild night. I'm sorry for laughing so much, but I haven't told this story in so long. It just cracks me up. But we weren't out to hurt anybody. We're just out for a good time, do some dancing and prancing or whatever. But that one didn't turn out so well for dancing. Anyway, all of you, be happy, be safe. This is Monterey Jack signing off.